I want to show you how we use breadboards, just the basic concepts behind breadboards. Breadboards are a way of taking circuit elements like resistors and things like that and connecting them without using all these pesky wires. Okay, so if I wanted to hook resistors together in a series, I could do it like this. Okay, now they're in a series, but that's kind of gross. What if I have 3 or 4 resistors? Oh my gosh, I got all these wires hanging around. So when we draw, let's say 3 resistors in series, we might draw them like so, right? Well, be kind of nice to make the resistors actually look like that. So it's easier to track, so it's easier to make measurements and things like that. So a breadboard is a way of connecting things. There are wires inside the breadboard. In fact, let's take a look. You'll see all these holes. What the heck is that? If you look at this, and we've peeled the back off, these are just pieces of metal that are connecting these rows, these 5 dots in a row together. So these 5 dots, if I plug something in one of those holes and one of those holes, they'll be automatically connected together because they're connected by these wires in the back. So if I now want to connect resistors together, what I could do, and again, if I want to make it look like this, I can take a resistor here, put it in here, and I can take a resistor here, and I can start to make it look like that diagram looked. Okay, so right there. Now let me take another resistor, and it looks a lot more understandable if I can keep from losing the resistors. It looks a lot more understandable. Okay, I can look at this. The layout of these resistors on the circuit board, which I'll show you when I can get this plugged in with my old man hands. And now I can say, oh, that looks a lot. Let me turn it around like this. It looks a lot like this. Pull it over. Okay. I can see I've got a resistor in series with another resistor in series with another resistor. Something I have to know is this big line in the middle is a gap. So for example, these 5 holes together, that one column that I plug these 2 ends into, those are connected together. But then on the other side, these are connected with each other, but not connected to the top part. Again, you can see how this seems to work. So what this means is this and this are connected now, because they're in the same little column of 5. This and this are connected because they're in the same column of 5. If I wanted to measure the total series resistance here, I could just connect an ohm meter across these 2 parts. So that's a very simple breadboard right there. There are more complex ones, look like this. And again, each of these columns of 5, each of those 5 dots are connected together. And then in the next column, those 5 dots are connected together. So it looks an awful lot like the back of this in there. But then you also have these things up here where these are connected together. Okay? So what I would strongly advise is just kind of measure resistances to get used to this. But what we tend to do is we tend to use the top row for maybe positive voltage, the bottom row for negative voltage. Connect a battery or a power source across there. Then I can just start tapping anywhere I need the positive voltage, whatever the voltage battery voltage is. I can just put something in this they call a bus. I could put something in the bottom there for ground or for the negative side of the battery. I could put all my circuit stuff in here, and then you can have a really organized layout for your circuits.